Good morning, passport holders. Today is January 16th, 2016, day 442 of the vlogs, and I just had to run out real quick and do a couple of small errands before the Aston Villa match, which kicks off at 10:30. After that, it's on to the NFL playoffs. So they'll start the game. Aston Villa match will end at around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then football kicks off at 2:30. With the Cardinals game being the late game. I got a very late invitation, and I'm super honored that this is happening. Nate invited me to the rehearsal dinner. That kicks off at 6:30. The game kicks off at 6:15. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to do both. And there's part of me that really wants to go to the rehearsal dinner, but then there's part of me that really just wants to watch the Cardinals game. So I may split the difference, and if the game is lopsided either way at the end of the first quarter or at the end of the first half, I may end up going up to the place where this is all happening, and hopefully I'm able to make everyone happy with this one. But if it's a close game and I'm enjoying myself at home, I won't leave. So today's going to be a super sports Saturday with sports from top until basically the bottom, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Let's get this one started. Here we go, Villa. Come on, Villa, play well. Well, the Villa game ended up a draw. Multiple goals could have been scored on either side of the ball. There was what initially started as a penalty kick that shouldn't have been given against Villa, but then there were two more that were not given against Leicester. The goal that ended up tying it up, though, was a handball by Rudy Gested, but for some reason never got called, and he was able to drill it through the back of the net. So, take a point where we can get it. I mean, now at this point, there's 9 points between Villa and safety, but 4 points in the last two games, and against teams that, we probably wouldn't have been competitive against 4 weeks ago. I'll take it. At this point, though, it's time for me to do the editing on the vlog, get that all uploaded and handled, because I've got like an hour and a half until the start of the AFC playoff game, which is the Patriots and the Steelers, I want to say. So should be a good game, all things said and done. So yeah, got work to do, but it's a decent start to Sports Saturday. So the first game was a bit of a train wreck. Andy Reid needs to take full responsibility for Kansas City's loss. Clock mismanagement, play mismanagement, all of that happened in the third and fourth quarters. They didn't deserve to win, and even though they won 11 straight, doesn't mean anything in the playoffs. They are now done. The Cardinals game has kicked off, and both teams have gone 3 and out, and the Cardinals are now driving, which is a good thing. I know my buddy Matt, who formerly lived here in Arizona, and my buddy who now lives out in LA, is a huge Green Bay Packers fan, despite the fact that he grew up here in Arizona. And so I know that he's got just a tiny little sliver of his heart that is actually split on this game, but in all likelihood, he's yelling at his TV, rooting for Green Bay. At this point, Nate's rehearsal dinner is starting. Obviously, I got a last-minute invite. If this game gets out of hand, I will head over to it, since it's not too far from my apartment. But if it stays close, within, I'll say, 2 scores, I will be staying here, because I've got beer in the fridge, an uninterrupted seat, in order to see the game and hear what the announcers are saying. So let's hope for a Cardinals victory, and yeah, all in all, a good night. Even though it isn't a 2-score game, Nate just sent me a text message, not an SOS, but enough to sit there and make me question about needing people there, needing friends there. And so I was already getting dressed. I was intending to leave at halftime in order to go meet up with him and the entire wedding party. So yeah, just one more reason for me to actually finish getting ready and then head on over there. Gotta help good friends out. Just have to. Yes, I got home safe through a very sweet Uber driver. But all of that said, I now have a
laundry list of things for me to handle tomorrow in order to help Nate make his special day super special. So, um, I'm going to end the vlog here in hopes that I'm able to get 8 hours of sleep and then handle all of that stuff. I don't know how much I can shoot of all of that, let alone the actual ceremony. So, I will say thank you for your understanding and, yeah, congratulations to Nate and Kristen. But remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.